Hey guys, welcome to Disneyland Experience. My name is Kevin, and this is our spoiler-free review for Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. This morning we got to go to an early screening of the movie at 11:30 a.m. And normally when I get out of these screenings, what I do is I go to my car, I take out my iPhone, I open up Notepad, and I start to write down the script of what I think. All my ideas of, I really like this scene, I didn't like this scene. I just start writing and writing and writing. That's what I've done for almost every single review I have done on this channel to this date. But this year, and with this movie, I wanted to give myself a few hours. And I finally decided to sit down and start recording the audio because I really had to think about this movie and a lot of the choices that were made. And I want to know deep down whether or not I thought this movie was worth it, or how much I enjoyed it. So after seeing the movie this morning and thinking nonstop about The Rise of Skywalker, I'm going to definitively say that The Rise of Skywalker is a welcome and fantastic conclusion of not just the new trilogy, but the entire Skywalker saga. So I'm very grateful that Disney has, for the past 5 years, invited us out to go and see movies early for reviews. And no, we're not paid by Disney here at the channel. This is not sponsored by Disney, even though Disneyland is in our name. Disney has invited us out to go see Rogue One, to go and see The Force Awakens, to go see Endgame, to go and see... You can go... You know, there are videos, type in movie review, and you can see all the different reviews they've invited us to go and see early. And I cannot thank them enough for that. It's really, really, really cool. It's also been a negative, though, to go to these screenings early. And you might think, well, why is it a negative to go see a movie early? You know, that would be the best thing. It is, but not when you're reviewing it. Some of you guys might go to movies on your own, but the majority of time you do go with someone else. And what do you do after the movie? You talk about it. And sometimes that can sway your opinion. But when I go to these movies for these press screenings, you know, it is, all the lights are on, we have to submit our phones, they go in a bag that has, doesn't let radio signals get out, the lights are all on, they give you a pad and paper, it's surrounded by guys in suits who are clearly just there to do a review for their work, and that's it. Like, I feel like I'm the only fan when we go to these things. And I can't really talk to anyone when we get out, so when it came to something like The Last Jedi, which was my last review, I came out and I was saying how great it was. But there was a lot of flaws in it. When it comes to a movie like this, I wanted to give myself, you know, a little bit extra time. As I say, normally I go to my car and I start writing my script as soon as I get to the car, and then immediately when I get home, I record the audio, right? Or even maybe even record it there. What I'm saying in the car, might pull out my iPhone and start just, you know, rambling off, go home, edit the audio, edit the video, put it up on YouTube when I'm allowed to. That being said, when it came to this, I wanted to give myself a few hours because I didn't want to make the mistake I did with The Last Jedi, which I kind of rushed the review a little bit. We did sign a disclosure agreement stating that I can't say out of 10 what this movie is. I can't even say if it's 2 thumbs up. I can't give it a star rating. I can only give my impressions. So let's get right into it with things I liked about the movie. The fan service. Not a lot of people are fans of fan service. I eat fan service up. I am all for it. The fan service they did in Jurassic World. Again, some people go, oh, I mean, that's just in to get nostalgia pop. I'm fine for nostalgia pop. I'm all about that. The way this movie is shot with cameos coming in, with the score. John Williams brings back original themes, which this has been stated many, many, many times. So, again, no spoiler, but scores from older movies, prequels, and original trilogy all make their way into the film. And they're done so well, and if you're a massive fan of those soundtracks and listen to them hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times like I have from, you know, episodes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, you're gonna get that fan service, and it's really, really, really good. The speed of the movie, its tempo is great. The beginning starts a little slower for maybe the first 20 minutes, but then when it finds its feet and starts running, the movie picks up, and it picks up very quick, and it goes all the way until the climactic ending. So another big thing that I liked about the movie is C-3PO actually gets his time to shine. And it is so great. He is one of the best characters in this movie. And I'm so happy for Anthony Daniels, who's been playing C-3PO since the very beginning and has been in every single Skywalker Saga movie, was in Rogue One. He finally gets his chance to really shine on screen and not just be the character that's, kind of in the background, somewhat important, but is never really a main character. Is he important as Rey in this movie? No, but C-3PO is actually important. And again, I'm so happy for Anthony Daniels. It is his goodbye to the character. It's a goodbye to many characters. And I'm not saying goodbye because they might end up not surviving the movie, but because this is the end of the Skywalker saga. These are the end of the characters as we know it. Now, might some of these characters show up in other series down the road? Potentially, right? A lot of them, lots of the actors have said this is the last time they're going to play this character, but as I've learned, and as maybe all of you have learned as well, you never say never. Even though they might say never, you never say never, truthfully, right? When that money comes a knocking or the right story gets put in front of you, you never say never. But if this is the end of, that we'll see of some of these characters, if they're never in another Star Wars movie, C-3PO, amongst others, gets his fitting end. And end of his arc, and it's so well done, and I'm so happy for Anthony Daniels. So the other great thing about this movie is that there's tons of twists in it. So Disney has, as it normally does with their bigger movies, has released, what are we on now? Trailer number 4, TV spot number 36. By the time this movie is released in theaters to the public, we'll be on TV spot 52. There's tons of footage out there. And for those that didn't read the leaks, and I'm not going to confirm, of course, if the leaks were true or if they're not, but if you did watch a lot of the footage on all of it like I have, there's still a lot to be surprised about with The Rise of Skywalker. A lot to be surprised about. It goes in many different directions that I didn't know I wanted it to go in. But I don't know that I'm upset that it went in that direction. As I say, this is going to be a really great movie that you're going to want to, whenever you guys are going to see this movie, I highly recommend it. If you're going to see it with a group, go out for dinner afterwards or lunch or go out for drinks after you've seen the movie because you're going to want to talk about it. The car ride home is not going to be enough time to talk about this movie. It's a very satisfying conclusion of the new trilogy. It's emotional. It's exciting. There's lots of applaud moments. It's very funny. It's very funny. If you didn't find The Force Awakens funny, you're not going to find this funny because it's J.J. Abrams and it's the J.J. Abrams humor. That there's some clips out with the Jedi mind trick that's already made public, and some people in the comment section were saying, "Oh, this is really funny. I like the writing," and some people were going, "Oh, really? J.J. Abrams at it again, huh?" I thought it was really funny. This is also a movie where I recommend that you see it more than one time because there's so much going on in the action scenes, and these are massive, massive action scenes. As we see in the TV spots and in the trailers, there are space battles, even the lightsaber battles between Kylo Ren and Rey. There's so much going on and just these little things that you can really miss that you would really appreciate it with maybe a second showing. And there's just a lot to this movie, and with all the twists that it does as well, I think having a second showing would really make this movie that much better. I'm really excited because I get to go and see it again on Thursday and also again on Friday. I saw they've seen this movie, 3 times in 1 week. It might be a little bit too much. But I'm really excited for both of my next showings because, number one, I want to see the reactions of the people that we go with, which is going to be a lot of fun. And number two is I want to see all the things that I know now and also look out for maybe in the big action scenes, what's happening in the background instead of what's happening in the forefront, to see all the different stuff going on because it is incredible. The cinematography of this movie is just above and beyond what we've seen before. It is all scaled up to 10. And I will say this, that there is a definite conclusion with The Rise of Skywalker. It does tie up all the plot points and all the storylines. It doesn't leave it open. So thank God there is going to be theories that people are going to have about different things. And that's fine. That's good. Theories are great. But I'm happy that it doesn't leave it up to a straight up, this could happen next and this can happen next. That there is a definite conclusion. And if this is the end of the Skywalker saga, as they're saying, I'm fine with that. And yeah, that's our spoiler-free review of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. It's very hard to talk about this movie without going into spoilers, as you might be able to tell. I really want to spoil things. I really want to talk to people about this movie very, very, very badly. So I am so excited for this movie to be open to the public. It's a very short few days away. I'm so excited for you guys to go and see the movie, whether or not you like it or not. I really hope you do like it. If you like it, it's going to be a very satisfying ending to a series that you love. If you don't like it, it is going to sting. I know there's people out there that don't like this new trilogy, and I get why you guys maybe don't like the new trilogy. I don't see it that way, but I'm not saying that your opinions on how you see things are wrong either, because Star Wars means so much to so many different people. So yeah, that is our review of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker and the very end of the Skywalker saga. And gosh, do I really want to talk to you guys about the spoilers. It's very hard, as I say, to do this review without going into things, because that changes the way that you think. Now, I'm happy, so no, whatever the spoilers are, it's made me happy. Is it going to make everybody happy? No. I liked it, and as I say, we're probably going to do another spoiler review. We might even try and do a collaboration with another Star Wars podcasters. We've already talked to a few of them. And podcasters, and also YouTubers. Last night felt like Christmas Eve for me when I was a kid. I had a lot of trouble sleeping because I was so excited and nervous about seeing the movie this morning. Worried about would it live up to my expectations? Would it find its place in my heart that is shared with my love of all the other Star Wars movies? And it does. It truly, truly does. And like The Last Jedi, when I really liked The Last Jedi when we got out of the theaters, and then after hearing some of the other complaints that some of the other people had when it was released to the public, and after a couple of additional viewings after that, you start to see more so of the flaws of the movie than anything else. The Rise of Skywalker, I truly, truly believe in my heart that this movie is only going to get better with time. Much like to a lot of people, the prequels only got better with time. I feel like that's going to be The Rise of Skywalker, and essentially also The Force Awakens, because really, those two movies are this trilogy. And say what you want about The Last Jedi, J.J. Abrams takes the pieces that were kind of pulled off from the puzzle in The Last Jedi and puts them where they're supposed to go in The Rise of Skywalker. And on a personal note, I would like to thank each and every one of you who have subscribed to Disneyland Experience, or at the very least, hit that liked button on any of our videos over the past year. We've seen a whole bunch of growth here on the channel, and it means ever so much to us, so thank you so much for that. Our next big live stream is going to be on December 31st, live from Walt Disney World. That's right, it is the Walt Disney World New Year's Eve fireworks show. And if you have never seen New Year's Eve be rung in at Walt Disney World with their fireworks, it is a sight to behold. So we will have that live stream up on December 31st, and we're really excited about that. But thank you guys so much for watching the video and for coming along with us on this journey throughout the new Skywalker saga, and we're very excited to see where Star Wars goes in the future. But for everything else, Disney, Star Wars, Marvel, or whatever else we decide to cover, please subscribe and keep it locked right here at Disneyland Experience. May the Force be with you, always.